In this video, I'm going to be de-influencing you from all of the Ramadan content being thrown our way and making us feel overwhelmed. There are videos telling us we can lose 10 to 15 kilograms in a month. There are videos telling us we need to prep for the entire month. We need to decorate our homes lavishly. And those videos are really making us feel overwhelmed. So I'm going to be telling you what I do to cut through this overwhelm. First of all, I tell myself I am only going to do as much as I can, as much energy and resources I have available. So I literally just give myself 1 hour at the beginning of every week to do what I can. So the first week of Ramadan, I am just blanching some tomatoes, pureeing them for my curries. I don't want to prepare a whole curry paste and freeze it. I mean, if that's something that you can do, you have the time, energy, motivation to do that, you can. But for many of us, with families, with responsibilities, with jobs, it's just not that easy to meal prep extensive meals, to make all these snacks. And honestly, you don't really need to do that. You don't need to feel guilty if you're not able to meal prep lots of samosas and spring rolls. You just think about what you can do and you don't feel overwhelmed. So, what I do is I just buy enough groceries to last me for a week. I prep the fruit, I wash it, I put it away. Here, I've just put the tomatoes for blanching. I have a little bit extra time, so I'm just slicing up some onions in the slicer, and then I will just be placing them in a Ziploc bag so I can freeze it. So here I felt like I had the energy to do this, so I'm doing it. But if I don't have the energy, I will not do it. And it's not necessary for me to do this either. But this only takes 5 to 10 minutes, and I feel like this is going to make my life easier, so I'm doing this at the moment. When you are meal prepping for healthy meals, meal prepping to make your life easier, you want to think about what kind of meals do I eat during the week? Will I actually be eating this many foods? So, for instance, I know that I don't really eat a lot of fried foods during Ramadan, but I do like to eat vegetables, samosas, vegetable spring rolls. So, I had some vegetables which are about to go off, and I'm going to be making maybe 10 to 15 of those because that's literally how much vegetables I had. I am not going to push myself and spend all day trying to prep all this filling, trying to roll them up into samosas. And to be honest with you, I have frozen samosas and frozen spring rolls in the fridge as well for those days when I really want to eat those. But for most days, I will just be having some fruits and my dinner straight away. With a chronic illness like PCOS, where my energy levels are affected on a day to day basis and also my mental health is affected, I don't really want to overwhelm myself. And if you're in the same position, then I recommend you don't do the same either. I've just pureed the tomatoes, I've popped the vegetable mixture in a glass container to cool down, and then I've just placed the tomato puree in Ziploc bags ready for freezing. I made a few vegetable samosas and I'm feeling quite proud of myself, happy with myself. This is what I had the energy to do. I don't feel guilty that I don't have trays of frozen foods. Next, I want to talk to you about Ramadan decor. So there are a lot of videos online where we see beautifully decorated homes and they look really nice. But unfortunately, not all of us have the time, energy, or the money to buy expensive decorations. And again, your Ramadan will still be amazing without these decorations. So if you don't have the time to do that, you don't have to do that. I have just decided to do a simple table setting because that's what makes me feel happy. And also, this is something that I can do. This is something that I don't have to go out of my way to buy lots of extra expensive little bits for. All I did was buy a few table mats, a table runner, and the other bits I already had in storage. So I'm not really creating waste. I'm not wasting money. I'm not getting overwhelmed. I'm just doing what I can within the time and resources that I have and doing what makes me feel happy. But honestly, there have been many years where I have done nothing and I felt fine because Ramadan is a spiritual month. It's all about worship, and if I don't do this, then it's not going to be the end of the world. And I want you to tell yourself that if you're feeling sad and upset that you're not able to do all these things, meal prep, decorations, then don't feel upset because that's not what Ramadan is about. Unfortunately, Ramadan has become a little bit of a social media event where we're seeing lots and lots of content, where it's kind of like an opportunity for people to encourage consumerism, to buy more things. And the real message of Ramadan, the real aims of Ramadan are lost. Don't get me wrong, there are so many videos of beautiful sisters sharing very helpful knowledge, very helpful guides on how to make Ramadan spiritually your best month and how to reach your spiritual goals as well. Also, you're seeing lots of different recipes online. You don't have to follow those. It's also not good for your health. I like to keep my iftar simple. Today, I just made some fruit salad, sandwiches, and a few little bits here or there. This was on the weekend. This was the first day of Ramadan. And this was actually me going all out. On a normal day, I will just have fruit salad and my main meal, and that's mostly it. So don't push yourself this Ramadan to go out of your way to meal prep, to cook, to decorate, and just spend your Ramadan focusing on your spiritual goals and your health.